record button's not working. There we go. What's up and welcome to another episode of The Boss Life with Bonds. I am your host, Coach Bonnie. And if you have been following me on social media, you may have noticed that I have updated my social media to say Siobhan. I'm really stepping into a new season of basically like a butterfly, right? Like shedding, like letting go layers of myself that I wasn't accepting before, that I was rejecting. And my first name was something that I rejected for a very long time. And so if you are listening, today's episode is going to have a couple components of it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the entrepreneurial journey. I'm going to talk a little bit about expansion, and I'm mostly going to talk about how you can collapse your timelines. So if that is a phrase that is unfamiliar to you, strap in. This is the topic of a conversation that I had with a client on a recent coaching call. Now, if you are here with me live, I love the participation. I love the energy. Literally, guys, when you are on here with me live, it gives me like feedback. Like I can tap into your energy, like source, like God will be like, hey, so-and-so needs to hear this. And so if you are listening, drop a hashtag I'm here, coach, or hashtag here. If you're catching the replay, drop a hashtag replay. And if you, hey, Alexis, hey, Karen, what's up, mama? So yeah, if you're here with me, let me know. If you're listening to this on the podcast episode, screenshot this, post it to your story, and tag me at new spelling, Siobhanbons, Siobhan Bonds. All right, so before we dive in, guys, May has been just freaking insane, and we're only what? 12 days in. Okay, so already I have placed in the top 20 for my group for the Mrs. Health and Fitness magazine. Woo woo! And for those of you watching live, can you see these delts? Like I have been going ham on my shoulder muscles. So earned. So we do have another round of voting. I have no idea how many rounds we're going to have. I don't know what this is going to look like. I'm here for it. I'm excited. So yay! Thank you for everybody that voted. Not only would I be, from what I have seen, the past covers, be the first woman of color on this magazine, but probably the first woman that has a belly full of stretch marks and is still like, I'm out here getting it. That has been something that has been very dear to my heart since I started coaching. So I wanted to show women, my whole anthem was like, you can build the body of your dreams if you're patient enough and if you stick to it. Because for years, I thought the only way I will love and accept my body is if I get surgery and I get the skin tightened, or once I get the stretch marks laser removed. But through that journey, I became a woman that is so proud and confident and in love with her body that I really didn't need to do those things to feel any better. It's not to say down the road that I won't get my skin tightened or that I won't get the stretch marks laser removed. Like, don't be crazy. That's why we all want to make more money, right? But it's not necessary to love yourself. And that has been a message that I've been screaming from the mountains. So ladies, gentlemen, friends, family, when you see those links to vote, please help a sister out and vote. I also have a chance to win $20,000. So that's pretty dope too. Cool. Moving right along. Today is the last day for early bird specials for the 8-week Summer Slay Challenge at Mind and Body Fit. So we have changed. These challenges have changed so many women's lives. Like they've come into this challenge and be like, wow, I've never approached fitness this way. Wow, I've never not felt bad about missing workouts. Wow, I didn't know that I could lose weight without starving myself. Wow, this is what it's actually like to work out. Like we have seen so many women make so much progress in their mental and their physical and their spiritual and their emotional personal development journey. So if you're just looking for a quick fix, this ain't for you. We're looking for the women that are like, I want to do the work on myself inside and out. Those are my people, right? It got like, I had to get real clear about those are the women that I want to work with and be real about who I don't want to work with, because I'm in this stage now where I'm serious about the message. I'm serious about the calling, and I'm serious about the mission. And the mission is to wake them up and equip them, wake them up and get women to realize that we are capable of way more than we realize, and that we have been indoctrinated since birth, especially if you go to church, to think that your inherent qualities and traits are sinful, shameful, not equal to whatever. And it's just not true. And so that has been my mission. That has been my calling. And I realized like I don't have time to deal with the women that aren't ready to wake up. I don't have time to babysit and to freaking, what's the word I want to use? To coddle the women that are still figuring out where they want to go. I love you, but this is not the zone for you. Mind and Body is the zone for the women who are like, I know what, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to go. Give me the tools. I want this. Show me what to do. If that's not you, then we're not for you. If this does sound like something you want to get into, check the link in my bio. Link in my bio. Link in my bio. I'm saying that so many times because people will be like, where's the link? Where's the link? I'm like, they have a biography on all of our social media pages where you can put a link, and I have put one there. If you're on Facebook, this link will be in the comments. If you're listening to the podcast, you know the links will be in the show notes. So what else we got? After today, 11:59 early bird special is over. It's Mother's Day. Go get your mother. Go get your mom. Go sign mom up for this challenge. Are you a mom? Mom, gift yourself this challenge. You deserve it. And last but not least, May, I'm also running a month-long sale on my signature masterclass courses. Now, again, I made these courses because I needed this stuff. I didn't understand how to leave church and how to reconcile the fact that I can manifest and I can pray to God and not feel like a heathen. Like I didn't pray to God while manifesting, or I can meditate and do all this stuff, and it didn't make sense in my head. And so what I've done with these courses is made it make sense to people, whether you were agnostic, whether you were super skeptical, whether you were religious. I show you how it makes sense. And I also show you the very scientific process of rewiring your mindset for success. And if that is something that you need, sis, go hop on these sales. Right now, the checkout code is May 33. Okay, so for any woman that's ever wanted to work with me one-on-one as your life coach, and you heard the price and you were like, yo, I can't swing that, these courses are for you. Or for anyone who's just like, yo, I don't need a whole 6 months with you, Bonds, grab one of these courses. Each one of them is 3 sessions long. We talk about mindset, we talk about spirituality, and we talk about manifestation and how you can get in alignment with the version of you that gets the things that she wants in life. Because a lot of us are out of alignment and we're living a life that does not feel good. So if you are tired of not feeling good, if you're tired of feeling like you are not in alignment, if you're tired of wondering why everybody else's life is working out faster from them and you're still struggling no matter what you do, sis, I promise you it's got to do with everything in here and all of the stored trauma that you're holding into your body. So if you don't like that, it's up to you to take the step. No one's gonna come down and make you do a damn thing. Okay? All right, I'm done off my soapbox. Let's get into the podcast. Sip of water. Okay, so collapsing timelines. What does that mean? In the Mindset Makeover Workshop, which is the most recent one, that's my favorite one of all time. Go grab that bit. Okay, so in the Mindset Makeover Magic Masterclass, I talk about how you can collapse timelines. What does that mean? Well, a lot of us, when we start endeavors, and I'm not talking about fitness, that's just gonna take as long as it needs to take, or as long as you let it. But when it comes to your goals, and it comes to your dreams, your business, your desired outcome for any situation, we all impose within ourselves these timelines, right? Oh, well, it'll probably take me 5 years to, reach 6 figures in my business, or $1 million in my business, or I'll never reach it, or whatever, or I'll probably won't be married till 40, or if I stay at this job for the next 2 years and work really, really hard, maybe I'll get a raise, whatever. We self-impose these timelines on ourselves. And so as long as you tell yourself that that's how long it's going to take, I guarantee you it's going to take that amount of time, if not longer. For example, if you sit down and you say, I'm going to write this email, and I give myself 2 hours when the email could have been done in 15 minutes, you will probably take the full 2 hours. So yes, give yourself some time and flexibility. That's great. I love that. But when it comes to your business, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your goals, when we give ourselves way too much time, that's too much time to fuck off. That's too much time to get distracted. That's too much time to lose momentum. And it's too much time for us to forget like the passion and the purpose, right? 80% of small businesses fail. I think that number's higher. 80% of small businesses fail, right? And majority of people never get started, They have this small idea about what they want to do and what they want to create, but they get stuck in their head. They get imposter syndrome. Everything has to be perfect. I want a podcast to start, but I got to have my audio perfect. Guys, I don't have perfect audio. My podcast has 10,000 downloads. Get the fuck out of your head, right? We want to make sure that our social media feed looks perfect. Nobody cares about perfect feeds. In the last week, my account has grown, and it's from these women with huge accounts, perfect feeds, and they're like, I love your Instagram feed. It's just so raw and it's so you and it's colorful. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing these games anymore. I'm not here to live the orthodox way. I'm not here to color in between the lines. And that has, like, it has been eating me alive my entire life, trying to be what everybody else want to be. We're done with that shit. Okay. But going back to the fact that we put these timelines on ourselves. We put these imposed restrictions on ourselves about how long it's going to take us to get the things that we want most in life. Okay. And again, if you were trying to start a business, perfection is probably holding you back. If you're trying to start a business and you're planning, surprise, nothing goes as planned in your business or in your life. So while you're taking precious time trying to make sure everything's perfect before you start, there are people who have started after you or before you and will reach success before you, just because they put one foot in front of the other. So if you don't get anything from today, I want you to know that if you want to collapse a timeline, if you want to reach your goals faster, you got to start taking massive action and do this. This is the bulk of what I want to tell you guys about. So as I was talking to my client, we were discussing timelines and the things that she wants to accomplish, and she's rushing to get them done. She's like the opposite. Instead of giving herself too much time, she's not giving herself enough time. And I found myself in a similar situation where I have been beating myself up about not reaching certain metrics in my business, not being as far along as other people are in their businesses. And I started to slow down and take inventory of my life. And I noticed something. I was like, when you were on fire in 2021 and in 2020, like you were meditating every day, you were journaling, you woke up first thing in the morning excited about the day, even though you did not have your dream life, even though you did not have your apartment, even though you did not have your new car, even though you had not had your first 5-figure month, you woke up happy. So happy and grateful. You woke up, you stared at your vision board, and you'd rock back and forth happily, like, look at that. And you'd read everything aloud, like, oh, my life is going to be dramatically different. I'm going to be living in a luxury apartment. I'm going to have that new car. I'm going to have love, and it's going to feel so great. And I would write down all the things that I was grateful for that I already had. And I would meditate, and I would see myself as future Bonnie doing the things that I'm doing right now, and so happy. And I would sit there, and I would let that feeling take over me. I would let that vibration fill my body. I could literally feel my frequency changing. That's what I did. And I did it every day. And somewhere down the line, it turned into a ritual. And when things become rituals, they're not exciting anymore. It's a ritual. You just do it just because. It loses its potency. Hold on. Jasmine, baby girl, tone it down. She's going to town on herself over there in the cage. Anywho, so somewhere down the line, I started to get exhausted and I was getting burnt out of my morning routine. So I stopped. And I knew better. I knew that meditation was key to me making progress, but then it started to become a chore, like, oh, I gotta wake up and meditate. Oh, I gotta do this. And somewhere along the line, I had convinced myself that if I was doing this every single day, that it was me being way too structured. And me, you guys know me, I'm like a freaking butterfly, like, living on the seat of my pants. Is that the word? Why don't I know these phrases? Whim of your seat, whimsicle, popsicle, whatever. Whims, I can't, I'm done. Anywho, that's who I am. And so I started to get really bored with that routine, and I stopped doing it as opposed to mixing it up a little bit. And I just stopped doing it altogether. And the evidence, what the hell is going on with my hair? The evidence of that was so clear because I used to be able to manifest things so quickly. That first vision board, I just realized the first vision board that I made in December 2020, where I had that I wanted the apartment and then I wanted to have a podcast and I wanted to hit my first 10K month by March. Like I did that, like 3 months later, 10K month in March. By June, I had moved into the apartment. Everything that I was asking for was coming so rapidly, and it was because I was tapped in and I was tuned in and I was connecting with my highest self on a daily. And once I stopped that, because I made it something bad, I was like, oh, it's so hard to manifest your goals. Really? Is it? It's really hard to go meditate? Get out of here. What's hard is being broke. What's hard is living in a home that you hate, where you feel cramped. What's hard is not having the things that you want in life. And if all you have to do is go meditate, connect with your highest self, look at your vision board, be happy and feel that frequency and hold it every day, that's not hard. That's fucking easy. And literally, that's all I was doing. But somewhere down the line, I got tired. We're going to make a little segue real quick, okay? Today at Toastmasters, one of my mentors, he gave a speech about entrepreneurship and business ownership, and everything he said was right on the nose. I was like, oh my gosh, this is feeding my entrepreneurial spirit. And for his props, he brought in 2 big posters he printed, and I believe it was a TikTok, it was a video or something, a 10-minute video of a mama bear going up this like insane slope, and her baby's behind her, right? And the baby gets up, and then the baby falls. The baby gets up, and the baby falls. Mama's all the way at the top now waiting for her baby. And apparently the baby fell like 10 times. And he didn't fall a little bit. Like one of the times he fell all the way back to the bottom. But that little baby got back up and he met his mom. So the moral of that illustration was never, ever, 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 ever give up. And it's funny because one of my favorite manifestation coaches, I was listening to a podcast by her, and this is what got me back on my shit again. And she said, the best advice I can give you, this is her voice, the best advice I could give you is never, ever, 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 ever give up. And I was like, synchronicity. Okay, I'm like, what did I give up on? What have I given up on? Because I used to be able to make things happen quickly, and now I can't. And what's wrong with me? Or is this just life? Was it just lucky? And it's like, no, what were you doing before when everything was coming easily to you? Oh yeah, I was meditating. I was connecting with my future self. I would tap in daily and be like, hey, future bonds that already has this home, that has this business, that has this platform, how would you answer this question? How would you handle this discrepancy? How would you talk to this employee? How would you handle this client? Because by me showing up as her right now, that's what that means. By me showing up as her right now, I get closer to her so much faster. It's like instantaneous. So after I heard that podcast with my girl, never, ever, 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 ever give up, I immediately was like, I got to get back to connecting with my highest self. And I noticed something. I noticed that I did this before when I was in church. For those of you that know the Bible, I would have probably been a Hebrew. Why? Because God did so many cool things for the Hebrews, and it was like they would forget, like they were like goldfish. Like parts the Red Sea for them. Oh my gosh, literally parts the Red Sea, and you guys seen the Prince of Egypt? Prince of Egypt, you can literally see like the whales swimming in the wall of water. The coolest thing ever. I would have loved to have been there. They get across the water. Moses goes up to get the 10 Commandments, comes back down. They're worshiping golden calves. They're like, hey, like we loved that God dude that did whatever for you. That was dope. But you guys took a long time. We needed someone to worship. We got this cow. And this was the story of them. Like God would do amazing miracles for them. And they were literally like, oh my gosh, we're hungry. You're hungry. Where's this God? Oh my God. God rains manna from the sky and feeds them from the fudging sky. And they forget. And they still would always go back to do some dumb shit. And I'm like, it's me. Hi, it's me. God has done so many amazing things in my life. I have manifested some amazing, miraculous miracles time and time and time again. And the moment that it's not happening, or I'm losing momentum, instead of remembering, instead of trusting the process, instead of trusting that I am loved, instead of trusting that I am God's body, instead of trusting that the universe has my back and that everything that happens to me is for me, it's meant to mold me, it's a part of the story that I've been asking for, instead of remembering that, I'm like the Hebrews, like, oh my God, this isn't working, so I'm gonna stop praying, I'm gonna stop meditating, and I'm gonna stop connecting with my highest self. Oh my God. And I've done this so many times, and I wonder how many of you guys have done that too. Where you've seen what can happen when you have faith, where you've seen what can happen when you trust the process, where you've seen what happens when you meditate, when you go within and you do the work on a daily basis. You've seen the result, you felt it. But because in a moment and one moment or several moments, whatever, wasn't happening for you, you let it go. You decided it wasn't working. You decided that it was a waste of time. I've been there, and I'm sharing this with you because I know a lot of women that have come through and done my workshops, worked with me as a life coach, done a masterclass, done something. And I've seen y'all, I've seen the transformation in your eyes when you woke up. I've seen what happened when you remembered that you're a co-creator of your life. I've seen what happened when you knew what it finally felt like to manifest something because you knew that you had power within you to do it. I've seen it. And then I've watched on your social media feeds how you go from hype and just in love with life and yes, this works, to falling back down into that lower vibration. Why? Because you're like me, because you're like the Hebrews, because you're a human and you forget. We all do it, okay? And that's why we do these courses. That's why I put them out every few months at a time so that you can get that momentum back and remember what it is. Every time that I fall off like that, I end up doing a workshop or something and I'm reminded like, yo, I'm powerful. Like, yo, oh, this is what it feels like to be in alignment again. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? I'm sorry, I won't do this again. We're going to stick with it this time, right? I even told my highest self this last time. I was like, listen, you told me back in October, November-ish, I think, when I did this one abundant business blueprint workshop, so fire. We meditated. She had us to close our eyes and go to a day in the future that we could imagine. And I was in my home, I was in my mansion, and I was with my significant other, and he was in the living room somewhere. And I, like, when I came to in the meditation, I came to myself in my closet, and she walked me around the house and we talked and we sat down on the couch. And I said, what do I need to know about my future? And I was expecting her to give me this elaborate list of do this, don't do this, do that, don't do that. Put this much money over here, you're going to get this much money. Like, that's what I was expecting because I'm a psycho. Do you know what she said? Those of you that listen, you've heard this before. She said, slow the fuck down, Bonnie. Your success is inevitable. Well, she just said slow down, but that's what I gathered. She's like, your success is inevitable. Slow down. Number 2, stick with the ladies. And when she said stick with the ladies, I knew what she meant. Like, this is my, like, I used to take male clients and I still do sometimes. She's like, you need to hyper focus on the women. That is your ministry. That is your business. That is what you do. And the third thing she said is go within more. She said, come hang out with me. You're trying to get to me, who's in the future. Like, I'm over here waiting for you. Like, girl, life is good over here in the mansion. Life is good over here. We got a house on the lake, girl. We're traveling. Our courses are selling. People are signing up. We're changing the world, girl. I'm waiting for you, sis. But you over here acting up. How you gonna hang with me? How are we ever going to meet? How are we ever going to collapse this timeline when you never talk to me? And if you're a Christian or a believer, you pray to God, it's the same thing. Like, how are you asking for these things from God and yet you don't spend time with him? And when I was a Christian and I would go to church all the time, I did the same thing. I would pray, but it was mostly, oh God, give me this. Oh God, I need a miracle. Oh God, help me. Oh God, bless me. Oh God, me, right? I did my fair share of praise and worship, but there was also a lot of asking. And I noticed that I got into that place where I only meditated with the intention to manifest. Because I realized things weren't coming as fast as they needed to. So I was like, all right, well, I'll start meditating again. But when I would meditate, all I would do was just envision my future. And I noticed I had a very hard time tapping into that feeling in my solar plexus, where I could feel it like it was happening, like it was real and live time. I used to be able to tap into that so easily every single day, and I couldn't do it anymore. And it was because I wasn't bringing my highest self. I wasn't bringing God into the picture. It was more just like, okay, I want my life to go really well, and I want my business to grow, and then it's gonna be great, and da-da-da. Like, that's what I was doing in meditation, when what I should have been doing was connecting with God and connecting with future bonds and asking for wisdom and what are the next moves so I can get to you. Because when you do that, sweetheart, you collapse the timeline. As I just mentioned, like when I made my first vision board, stuff started coming to fruition 2 months, 3 months, 6 months time. And some of us are out here going like this in our lives, trying to make shit happen, trying to become this future version of ourselves. Yet meanwhile, you're not doing a damn thing that is in alignment with your future self. Your future self doesn't just sit and watch and wait. Your future self takes action. Your future self doesn't sit around and second guess. No, because she knows. She's intuitive. She trusts her intuition. And so as you find yourself over here not trusting your intuition, not tapping in, and not connecting with your highest self, and you're wondering why things are taking so long to get there, you will never get to her as long as you're not spending time with her, right? So I'm going to give you, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to tell you how I do that, how you can connect with your highest self. This is like a part 2 of becoming her, and how you can feel that. So I did it for a little bit just a second ago, but it takes about 2 minutes. And so if somebody hops in while I'm doing this, this will be really weird, but whatever, we're going to do it. I like to call these gratitude rampages, where I start thanking God, I start thanking Bonnie, I start thanking the universe, I start thanking, just expressing gratitude, not just for what I have, but what's to come. So I would take my vision board, I would take my desires, I would take my dreams and my goals, and I would just start rambling about them as if they are already present. So I'm going to do that real quick with you guys on this episode, and you can model this and do it yourself. And especially for those of you that don't feel good meditating, or you haven't learned how to quiet your thoughts yet, I should probably do a workshop on teaching people like me with ADHD how to meditate. Noted. But okay, so you guys ready? I'm gonna show you how you can connect with your highest self every day. And what you're gonna do is, right, you got to start seeing yourself and doing the things that you're not doing now, right? And let it be normal in your body. Let that panic that sits in when you think of yourself having, if you're a business owner, thinking of your first 6-figure year, thinking of seeing your bank account with those why can't I count right now? With the 6 figures, you know? Thinking of the people that you'll be around, the events that you'll be invited to, the places that you'd be going that you don't go now, connecting there and letting that uneasiness sit in your body until it now feels normal. That's the frequency work. That's some of the inner work, right? And you can do this every day. So if you're not good at visualization and meditation, this is what I want you, or this is what can help you. Okay, you guys ready? We call it Gratitude Rampage. I stole this from my girl, Abraham Hicks. She's crazy, but she's great. Okay. All right. Whew. Everything is happening for me. Everything is happening in divine and perfect timing for me. I can't believe how much the universe opened up the floodgates of heaven and is blessing me. This year has been such a year of exposure. This year is a year of expansion. This year is a year of elevation. I can't believe my podcast is topping the charts and it's #1 across multiple charts. I can't believe that I won the contest and I'm the #1 speaker. I can't believe that I'm getting invited places and getting paid 2, 3, 4 times as much as I'm asking for to speak. I can't believe how all the money is coming in and the investors are just so happy to invest in this idea and this platform. I can't believe, and I'm so thankful that I'm winning pitch contest after pitch contest. I'm blown away at how our app is just blowing up. We got the money to fund the app and everything is going amazing. We're changing lives. We're making resources and tools for women accessible, and they're able to get what they need to get ahead in life. I can't believe how my vision just came to fruition. My body is goals. My arms, this was a real thing that I used to say. My shoulders, my ass is on point. My waist to leg ratio is like, wow, I am stunning. I am gorgeous. I am magnetic. People want to be in the room with me and people are speaking my name in rooms where I am not at. I'm a reality TV show star. I did the reality TV show and it blew up my platform. I get to connect with people I never thought I would connect with. Everything is going well for me. I can't believe how blessed I am. I can't believe how good everything is working out. I'm so glad I trusted the process. I'm so glad. I can't believe that I'm walking into investment banks and I'm dropping stacks upon stacks to be able to invest. I have so much money. I don't know what to do with it. And I give to people in need. I give to my favorite foundations. I give to my favorite organizations. It feels so good to be here. And I'm so thankful and I'm so blessed. Thank you. Guys, that's a gratitude rampage. That's how you get into the frequency of what it will be like to have what you want. Because it is hard to meditate for a lot of people. It is hard to visualize things, especially if you can't see it, if you've never seen it. And so one way that you can do that is to speak. There is so much power in the spoken word, so speak it. Some people like to journal it. We call that scripting. When you write things as if they already happened. That's called future self-pacing. I do that as well. So I meditate, I do future self-pacing, and I do gratitude rampages like I just did. So for anyone who missed that, go back and check it out. Practice it with yourself. It will feel awkward at first, but the more you do it, the more normal it gets. And this, my friend, is how you collapse the timelines. But I will tell you this, and this is what a lot of manifestation coaches don't tell you because they didn't know. If you are someone who is coming from a socially, economically challenging background, right? If you are coming with a very oppressive or heavy history, if you are coming with layers and layers of work that needs to be done, it's not going to be as easy as what I just said. And I want to let you know something, and I will wrap it up with this. Yes, it's hard to manifest stuff. Why? Because you have to get past your brain, your subconscious rejecting those things that you just said. You know how I just said I'm a reality TV show star and I'm claiming it, right? 2 years ago, I would not have been able to entertain that thought. I would have been like, oh my God, ew, stop, no, right? And I would think it was cute to do this, but what I'm telling the universe and what I'm telling God is, no, I don't want it, ew, stop. Instead of yes, give me more. Yeah, that, yep, I want it, yep. And that's what we do. We don't even realize it because we don't know our worth, or we have limiting beliefs, or we are still stuck in our old ways. There's so many reasons why and how we hold ourselves back. So that's why when you see people telling you, oh, just journal, or oh, just meditate, it doesn't work for you because there has to be, you got to go till that ground up. You got to loosen up some of those old anchors and old beliefs that are keeping you stuck. So if that is you, these courses that I've created, Exponential Abundance, Mindset Makeover, and Abundantly Aligned, they are for you. Go get you some, sis. 33% off right now, month of May 33. If you're on Instagram, the link is in the bio. If you're on Facebook, the link is in the comments and it's also in the bio. But ladies, that's what it is. And like I said, it is hard work. I'm crying on a regular basis because stuff keeps coming up that I haven't processed yet. Luna, get your ass out my room, okay? That's real life, but it's also the layers of me that I had to shed so that I could be her, right? It's the same thing with your fitness journey. It is work. There are layers of you that you have to shed so you can be her. And quite frankly, if you're not willing to do the work, then you don't deserve the prize. That's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Again, happy Mother's Day to every mother out there. I would love for you to go treat yourself, join this challenge that we have coming up, grab yourself a masterclass and rewire that mindset so you can start manifesting the life that you were made to live. Ladies, I love you to the moon and back, but I'm also hungry, so I'm going to slide off of here. Have the best day of your entire life. DM me if you have any questions about what we have going on. Love you to the moon and back. Peace. I am so hungry. I have nobody to call my own. What is wrong with me, guys? Okay, so Instagram is asking me all kinds of crazy questions right now. What do they mean, add clip to story? Post full video or add clip to story? I don't know what that means. Why are there options? Can I do both? Lord, they're always updating. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much, Coach Tisha, for being in the comments. Fire. All right, everybody, if you want to reach your goals fast, you guys start taking massive action. Yes, man. Gift yourself. Yes. You are so, oh my God, I love you to the moon and back. All right, everybody, have the best Friday of your life. Bye. Did I hit pause on the recording?